Welcome back, students. In this video tutorial, we're going to take a look at the Food Technology module in Canvas. To locate the modules, you will need to log into Canvas, select the Modules tab on the left sidebar, scroll down to locate the Food Technology module, and then click on Complete Pages 1 through 3. This is going to take you to your online textbook, where you can find your content to read. There are 11 pages of content in this module. So the first thing that you're going to see are your essential questions and your key terms. Please make sure that you read through each one of the key terms, know the definitions, be able to use your words in a sentence, and also make sure that you're able to answer these essential questions by the end of the module. So your essential questions are: how are scientific methods and hypothesis testing similar and different? How are organic foods grown differently than non-organic foods? How are concentrated foods different from unconcentrated foods? How does density affect food size, shape, and amount? What strategies can be used to increase, sustain, and protect the food supply? And your final essential question is: how can technology be used to expand the food supply? Let's take a look at the first assignment, which is your discussion. It is called Form a Hypothesis. The scientific method is a way to answer questions. You must collect information, form a hypothesis, study the results, and draw a conclusion that can be tested by others. One hypothesis might read: obesity is an increasing concern in the U.S. because people are less active and eat more than they used to. So what you have to do is you have to write your own nutrition-related hypothesis. Then I want you to research and write a list of facts that support your hypothesis. Okay? Now, to access your discussion, again, you want to make sure you select the Modules tab on the left side of Canvas. Then scroll down to your Food Technology module, and you will see Form a Hypothesis Discussion. That is what you need to click on in order to respond to the discussion. Remember to respond to the original question. I need at least 3 to 4 good, thorough sentences, and then I need for you to respond to 2 other classmates. Please make sure you follow the guidelines. Check out the small link here. I need for you to add what's called a resource whenever you respond to classmates. So make sure you understand the requirements so that you can get full credit. Next up, we have the Concentrated Foods Poster Assignment. It tells you to create a poster that illustrates 2 examples of concentrated foods and explain what makes these foods concentrated. Your examples must be completely different. So, for example, you cannot use orange juice and apple juice because they are both types of juices, right? So you have a handout in the sidebar of Canvas. This is a handout that you see on the screen. It has a little bit more information here as to what you need to include. But before we talk about what I want you to include, here are some options of what you can use. You can use a word processing software such as Microsoft Word to complete your poster. Just know, if you use a word processing software, it's going to require you to be a little bit more creative. Maybe add some border, add some nice color to your poster. Make sure it looks like a poster. Or you may decide to use an online poster making website such as Pictochart, Canva, Adobe, Poster My Wall. And then that way you can use a template and you can just edit the template to make it look good. But please make sure that your poster is neat, organized, and creative. Again, make sure you give me a detailed explanation of what makes each of the 2 items concentrated. And let's see, make sure you have images of both of the items, okay? In order to access the Dropbox, of course, you're going to select the Modules tab within Canvas and then scroll down until you see the Concentrated Foods Poster Assignment underneath the food technology module. And next up, we have the genetically modified foods research assignment. So this assignment requires you to do research, of course, and also write a one-page report. So let's take a look at the instructions. It says, research the arguments for and against the use of genetically modified foods. The issues of the safety of and need for genetically modified foods are being debated in the U.S., also in Europe and other countries. You have been appointed to brief a special Food and Drug Administration review board about the pros and the cons of genetically modified foods. So I want you to research this topic and write a one-page report to be read to the review board. Now, for this assignment, you also have to include a survey or a poll. So it says use a survey or polling tool to poll 5 or more of your friends or family members on this topic. That means you're going to have to create your survey or poll, and then you're going to have to send it to at least 5 people so that they can fill it out so that you can get the results. You do have to submit your results as well as your report to Canvas. There's a handout in the sidebar with detailed instructions. Here it is here on the screen. Please make sure that you read over the detailed instructions, okay? Make sure you have a title page. Make sure you double space your research report. Use 12 font, okay? Also bold each of the 9 topics above and provide them as headings in your report. So I need for you to make sure these topics are in your report. Bold them so that I can clearly see that you've answered these questions, right? So here are some options of some survey tools that you can use. You can try SurveyMonkey, Poll Everywhere, Google Forms, which is what I recommend if you have a Gmail account, JotForm, and also you can use your Microsoft Office 365 form tool because you do have that for free, of course, through the GAFs software applications that you have for free, okay? And when you get ready to turn this in, of course, you're going to select the modules button within Canvas and scroll down until you see the genetically modified foods research assignment, which is under the food technology module, okay? Again, please make sure you read the instructions carefully so that you properly complete this assignment. And make sure you allow yourself enough time to finish this assignment because it is a research assignment, so that means it's going to take some time. As always, you have a quiz at the end of every single module. So you have your food technology quiz that you can find under the modules tab, and there it is here. This quiz consists of 10 multiple choice questions. You're going to be given 35 minutes to take the quiz. Please make sure that you review your content, assignments, and discussions before you take your quiz. That's super important. Next, let's take a look at the food processing investigation project. So this is another big project. Your instruction says, have you ever thought about where food comes from? What it took to get to your plate? You're going to create a presentation that will investigate the multiple steps involved in getting food from the producers to the consumer. You will create a product that you would like to produce. Then research farms that could produce the raw ingredients needed to produce your product. Next, you're going to begin planning, manufacturing for the product. You must create a detailed process of how to make the product. This is representative of the manufacturing stage in food processing, where ingredients are converted into a product in factories. The product is then distributed to retailers or restaurants. Before the product can reach the consumer, food safety needs to be taken into consideration with the formation of the HACCP plan. So don't forget about that plan. Go back and review that. You will look at the product and identify where potential hazards are by answering a set of questions, okay? And I give you these questions. In your presentation, I want you to state where the raw ingredients are coming from. the steps of manufacturing the product, and some potential hazards that have been identified. So there's a handout in the sidebar, and this is the handout that you see here on the screen. It is about a page and a half. So please make sure you review over these directions here. It tells you the 5 steps that I want you to go through as you're completing this assignment. Step 1, brainstorm and create a product idea. Step 2, research farms in your area that's going to produce this raw ingredients, this product that you're coming up with. Step 3, create a detailed process of how the product will be produced. Step 4, identify the potential safety hazards by answering the HACCP questions. Step 5, document all product information in your presentation. All right. So it says that you will need to refer to the HACCP information in the safety and sanitation module for step 4. So when you do step 4, go back to the safety and sanitation module to refer back to that information. The goal of a HACCP plan is to identify potential hazards. To help accomplish this goal, you will answer the following questions during your assignment. So here are the 7 questions that you need to make sure that you answer as you are going through the food processing investigation project. Okay, so make sure you answer those questions. And remember, this is a presentation, so that means you need to use Google Slides or a PowerPoint to complete this. You can also use Canvas because they allow you to do slideshows. But so any software that allows you to create a presentation is what you can use for this assignment. So turn this in the Dropbox by selecting the Modules tab, and then you're going to scroll down to Food Technology and select the Food Processing Investigation Project. So again, the most important thing that you need to remember is that right here, you're going to be creating a product that you would like to produce, and you have to tell me these steps. You have to go through these steps. Brainstorm the product that you want to create. So, for example, of course, hamburger meat is already created, but I'm just giving you an idea. Hamburger meat, ground beef, I should say. Let's say that that was your product. You would have to go through these steps and explain each one of these steps based on the product ground beef. All right. As always, at the end of each one of the modules, you do need to update your food journal. So go ahead and open up your Word document and continue to add to your food journal. So this is Module 8, Food Technology, and you will simply answer these 3 questions. Make sure you are writing thorough responses. I would say always write at least 3 to 4 good sentences or more if it tells you to do more, okay? You will not submit this until the end of the semester, so hold on to it until you get through each one of the modules. Don't forget to follow your course checklist. Now, even though I went through each and every one of the assignments for this module, that doesn't mean you are required to do all of them. You're only required to do what is on your calendar or PACE plan or checklist. You may have a reduced coursework schedule, so just be careful and only complete the assignments that are required. So to locate your checklist, you're going to select the Home tab within Canvas. Under Quick Links, you're going to select Class Resources, and then you will see your course assignments checklist that you need to click on and download. It's going to look similar to what you see here. It has a column with all of your assignments that you will need to complete, and a column with the assignments that are reduced, that are omitted, and you do not have to complete. Don't forget to check out your handouts and resources located within Canvas in the sidebar. So watch out for the sidebar, handouts and resources. Click on those. Make sure you are reading everything, and also watch for any rubrics within the content to ensure that you are getting full credit for your work. That is all that I have for the food technology module. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.